Okay, what's up? We are on 94.3 Radio 1's YouTube channel, and I am with a very, very talented producer who goes by the name Zeke. Yes? Am I
Hey,
getting that right?
that is totally right. Totally right. Finally.
Awesome, awesome. Zeke out here is based out of LA. He is Indian, but were you born in the US? I believe you were, yes?
No, I was born in fact, Mumbai, Lokhandwala. Right, literally, it's
Oh,
my it's been like one of the stories where it's like my friends say that it's like Lokhandwala to LA. It's like one of those
oh, love
stories.
it,
Like,
love it.
dude, from Lokhandwala to Los Angeles is like a story. So yeah,
Bro, that's a
definitely,
story.
I'm a Mumbai guy, man. Literally.
Basically, you have a name for your autobiography when it comes out. Nice.
Literally, and my
Okay.
sister says she's going to write a book on it, so I'm good with that as well.
Bro, that sounds lovely. I'm gonna actually start off with like early in your life. Or what sparked like your early love for music? What do you think is the one, two artists you heard that really got you like properly into music?
So it's like a super like funny story where like I've grown up listening to music, but like music was not like a huge thing in the family. Like my father, we come from a very like a religious Muslim background, so it was like, oh, music's not something they would look up to me taking as a career. But it's funny that I randomly landed in this music festival called Sunburn, and
Oh,
back in 2013,
11?
this was 2013.
Okay, okay. Was it
So
at
this was
Race
like,
Course?
no, it was in Goa. So Sunburn Goa is when those days
Okay,
were.
bro. Nice, nice.
Yeah. I feel I think I'm quite old now. I feel like because it's been so long. But those were the early days where like Axwell and Avicii were like
Bro,
in their prime time.
I used to love Showtek. I used to
Goodness.
love Dimitri Vegas and Like Mike.
Yes, yes, yes,
So
yes,
you're
yes.
speaking to a 97 born, so you can
Oh my God.
I can
Oh,
relate
that's
fully, bro.
crazy. Relate, right?
But
I'm glad.
which year are you born in?
I'm born 91. So I am,
Okay,
bro.
okay, bro.
Yeah.
You can pass off as a 95, 96 for sure. No stress.
Said right, yeah. Even here also, people are like, are you coming from school?" I'm like, "Nah, bro. I'm married and I'm like already settled in life."
You're
So I'm,
married. Oh man,
dude,
man, bro.
yeah, man. I'm 33 years old and married, and this whole journey has been crazy. Where coming to LA was because of my wife,
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
from America. So she kind of helped me get to America and get to Los Angeles. So it was just
Okay,
like everything was the way music is like. I didn't go looking for music found me. So I was like, okay, since music found me, I'm just going to let music do its job and take me to like places wherever it's taking me.
yeah, yeah,
It made me go to random places, to bars, and I was like a local DJ at this club called Little Door in Lokhandwala.
yeah.
So
I've
that
heard
I
I think, yeah,
Yeah, so that was one of the bars where I used to play like all day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's where like
yeah,
we
yeah.
used to have these like DJ podcasts where Hardwell and Armin van Buren and all those guys would have their podcasts in those days. So
Bro,
podcast was a huge thing that time, man.
Panic in the
So
building, if you
yeah,
remember.
exactly. Oh my God,
Yep, yep,
Revealed and all
bro.
those guys. It was literally like that's how music started, was like electronic dance music, and then
Absolutely.
it went on a spiral down to like
Yeah,
meeting Amal and Arman and going into Bollywood, and
man.
it's wild. That's how like
Yeah,
music. So for me, it's like when someone asks me this question, it's more like music found me. I never went looking for it. I was actually in Sunburn. The funny thing is, the first Sunburn that I visited,
yeah.
I was literally playing with sand because I was like not understanding the four on the floor beat. I'm like, yo, this is so boring. Where are the vocals? Where are the voices? I need to hear like, because I used to hear Chris Brown and all on the radio, but then
Absolutely.
suddenly coming to like EDM, and I'm like,
Yeah.
actually love this. When I heard Above and Beyond, and when I heard Levels,
Yep. Yep.
that I think I fell in love there. I fell in love with music.
Yeah.
That's then.
Yeah.
That
Dead
was the moment.
Mouse and Alvaro.
Dead Mouse. Oh my
All of these.
God.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
many
that's so
beautiful.
you listen to all of that?
Bro, I started my entire concert journey from this music. So I
That's crazy.
yeah, like I think back in the day, you would form your social circles and your groups of friends around what you all
Ye-
would like doing, right? So,
Exactly.
so I think my friends would love going for concerts and music. So I ended up joining them a lot, and then that's why I picked it up. It wasn't something I was always interested in,
Same.
and
Same.
then
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
eventually, when you try 100 different things, you're bound to find two, three things you're interested in. So
Yeah, man. That
I was,
that gig was the last. The gig after that, I just came home and I'm like, I want to be a DJ for
yeah, yeah.
life.
If you remember royalty,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Privé, royalty, and all.
exactly,
Man,
exactly,
those were the days. Yeah, it was fun. It was
absolutely.
literally fun those
Yep.
days, and like getting club entries and calling people outside the club and like, yo, DJ, get us on the list and all. Oh my goodness,
No, it's
man, those
straight up.
days. Yeah, yeah. Bombay is like home for me, so
Love
definitely
it.
I'm planning to do like a tour in India with like all of the music that's coming up. Like I plan to like come end of this year to do like a tour where I'm like playing, going back to my roots, because like
Yeah,
pop music takes 90% of my life,
yeah.
but then I want to go back to dance music, which is more like chilled out and just like play some like tin liquor and play some like lane 8 and stuff and some afro house and just like enjoy and like mix it with South Asian melodies and stuff. It'll be fun.
Awesome. I want to start talking about higher love immediately because
Yeah.
gotten a good idea of your foundation, of like your basics and where your roots are from. The project Higher Love is with DJ Khaled and Cardi.
Yeah.
So how was the
Yes.
experience of working with such big names, like huge names?
It's actually funny that none of us actually knew what was going to happen. So how it came about was like this another producer in LA called Ethan,
Yep.
and the singers on the art is Natania and Subhi. So
Yeah.
we all work collectively. So Natania had this song with Ethan already done,
Mhm.
like a year or a year and a half back, and she's been like pitching this song. It was just a demo back then, so
Yep.
there was no like, you don't hear any Punjabi hook or you don't hear the whole like holes and all that's happening right now, but
Correct.
it was just like a straight up LA
Yeah.
pop song, like
Yeah.
R&B. There was no DJ Khaled on it, there was no Cardi B on it. It was
Yeah.
just Natania singing a demo version,
Yeah.
and it was actually, the story was like they had made it for Rihanna. It took almost a year, and then Rihanna didn't want that song, and there were so many other artists that were like diving into the song, and like the Ryan Tedder wanted that song. So there were many artists that were
Wow.
involved
Yeah.
that wanted a piece of that song, but somehow I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
Like one day Natania just called me and she said that, hey, we have this session and we need you to do like some Indian stuff on it, because I come from like a musical background where I've done Bollywood stuff with Amal and
Absolutely.
Arman.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they were like, just come to the studio, and in LA it's like a whole like a concept of coming into the studio and like doing a session and all. It's a whole like routine. So I just came in and they played me the song, and they are like, just what do you think, what should we do? And I just kind of like, me and Subhi, we just like kind of, I chopped the whole song off and I'm like, let's just do this and let's add holes and let's do some Natanya was like, let's do some Indian stuff and all.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's try something. I had no idea at that time what I was doing. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just doing something, let's just see what's happening. And then right after we finished the song, it sounded great and it had that Punjabi hook and everything. We went and played it to Rock Nation CEO Tai Tai. So his name's Tyron Smith. So he's the CEO of Desi Trill.
Okay.
So we are all signed under Desi Trill. So how it happened is we just met him outside Rock Nation and we just played it to him, and he absolutely like went crazy over it. Right
Wow.
now.
Okay.
6 months later, now this is 6 months later, we have no idea what's happening with that song. We are already in another camp writing more songs for Rihanna, so we have no clue. And then suddenly one of the trips, Tai Tai calls us and he's like, I want to play you all something, right? And we were like, okay. And we hear the song like, ooh baby, and I'm like, okay, I know this song, I've heard it, I've mixed it, I've done this. We're like, ooh, okay, cool, it's cool. And then suddenly, the moment I heard DJ Khaled's tagline, I ran from the call. I said, "No freaking!" The same reaction any guy from Mumbai would have. I had the same reaction. I was like, "No chance." I thought he was playing a prank on me. I thought he put some AI vocals or something, and I'm like, "Nah, this is not real." Everyone's like shouting like, yo, Zeke, come back, they want to call you, and they're calling you back, like no, and I'm like, I'm scared to go back onto that call because I was not expecting that, right?
No way, bro.
We go back. I literally, they force me back. They like, come, and then we are standing there, and then they play the song again, and I hear his whole like tagline, and I'm like, no freaking way.
Oh my
This is
God.
absolutely one of those stories that I've like heard, and it was just surreal after that. Like, and then 3 months later, when the song was, it was like, okay, this song's going into the Smurfs soundtrack, and we're like, okay, we've not heard
Bro,
of something like
that
this.
is huge. That is
That
huge, man.
it was, yeah, it was definitely
Unbelievable.
touchwood. It was like a
Touchwood,
blessing to
touchwood,
all of us.
absolutely,
Yeah,
bro.
touchwood. Yeah.
As two
I,
Indian boys, we need to keep touching wood, bro. You know how our
literally,
parents
literally, it's
they've
like we
raised
have
us.
no idea what's happening because we were actually making songs for Rihanna at that time, and we
Yeah,
had like 7 songs ready, but we
yeah,
had
yeah,
no idea like a year later, our old song
yeah.
is now suddenly gonna go in a movie, and that is like the final credit of the movie. So it's just a massive moment for us, and
Absolutely.
in short, even like for like the whole like Punjabi, for the directors and for the whole team to kind of approve an Indian Punjabi hook onto a like a animated film movie, we were like, okay, respect to you
Groundbreaking
guys.
stuff,
And
bro.
it was just like, thank you so much. And because they're
Absolutely.
like, how would guys in India feel? Like they want to know what we would feel. I'm like, you have no idea the
Uh,
response of kids growing up who's just like grew up listening to R&B and pop and hearing DJ
totally.
Khaled. Just it was just,
Dude, it's
I'm like, it
absolute
was a
chills.
moment.
It
Chills,
feels
yeah,
like
yeah,
you're,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, it genuinely feels like you're representing us in so many ways. So like,
I'm
and it's
We are
just
trying, yeah.
groundbreaking. It's groundbreaking that we have so many Indian elements that constitute of a DJ, part of a DJ Khaled song, part of a Cardi B
Yeah,
song,
exactly,
and
yeah.
I get like a slight vibe because I went through your Instagram profile and I saw like
Right.
mixed some European songs with the Mazakkali and stuff like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh,
So
that's nice. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I can tell from your work only on Instagram also that there's certain people who just have a knack for music and there's certain people who don't, and you just have a natural talent for understanding sounds, how they go well together. So it
Thank you,
makes
thank you.
sense, bro. It makes sense how all those elements and the fact that Natania has so much blind faith in you. She's called you last minute, expected you to just come, give your thoughts, and more than give your thoughts, they've taken it and actually applied them on the song. And then you have, like, you know how our parents always tell us that if something doesn't work out, it's because it's meant to work out in a different way. That's why how
I
Rihanna,
was us too. Yeah,
exactly, bro, Rihanna not taking the project and then DJ Khaled and Cardi B getting on the project so much like years later after the
yeah,
entire, like the literally the fruition of all of this coming together with it's crazy, man. Like I can feel how big a turning point this is in your career because it's only going to be onwards and upwards from here. So good luck, and
man. Touch
I
wood.
know
Thank
for
you
a
so
fact
much,
it's
man.
going to be killer only, bro. I have a couple of more questions for you. My next
Yeah.
question to you is how was the collaboration with Arman and Amal? How was that? Because shifting from the full LA side now, coming back a little home. How was the collaboration with them?
In fact, it's vice versa. It was with Amal and Arman for like, I started learning music. Um, like everything that I know about music
It's
is through
because of
Amal.
them. Wow.
Yeah. So it's funny because I didn't like while I was DJing, Amal was making Suraj Dubai. So it was coincidentally happening, and we were all like close friends. So I went to a friend of mine and I said, "Hey man, I want to do music, right? Like I don't know what else to do after DJing." So
Yeah.
he's like, "Why don't you go meet Amal?" And I just messaged Amal and he said, "Hey, just come home." He didn't say a word. He just
Yeah.
said, and funny thing is, he was there on the same Goa trip for Sunburn, and we met there. But we met for the first time, but we never like kind of spoke ever again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then he just said, "Hey, I met you at Goa. You're a chill guy. Come over." And I
Yeah.
said, "I'm coming home." And then I started playing him some like the most stupidest beats ever, like
Yeah.
something trying out. And he just said, like, "Why don't you start assisting me in all my projects from here on? Because I need like extra hands and all." So
Wow.
from like MS Dhoni to like Golmaal 3 to like working with Arijit Singh to like it was just a journey. So for me, it was like
Damn, bro.
electronic music to like straight Bollywood. Like you're making
Yeah.
for Ajay Devgan and you're doing those, you're making big like Bollywood movie songs. So it's just like a whole different world Amal and Arman put me into. And like slowly, kind of from like music assistant to like co-producer to like producer, that friendship turned into like a collaboration. And when I moved to LA, he's like, Arman messaged me, he's like, I want to do a song called Sun Mahi. So I'm like, yeah, send it over. Like, let me see what I can do with it. And that's how
Yeah.
Sun Mahi was born. And after that, it was
Damn,
just like,
bro.
okay, that was a crazy one. Yeah. With Arman, that was a huge one.
Wow, bro, Golmaal 3 and these are just some crazy projects you just named out here. Unbelievable. It's also a lot of people will see that, oh wow, Zeek produced a song by Cardi B and DJ Khaled. But then that's because now that is becoming something famous and something that's widely spread, people only see that, but then they don't see the 10-15 years of jumping around and hard work and
That's true.
different
That's true.
projects. Like, all these things only stay inside you. That's why like people like us at 94.3 were doing these interviews to show others that it takes a lot of effort to then finally get that one breakthrough. You know?
Yeah.
So
That's true.
it's amazing to
I'm
hear.
glad you guys are doing that, because there's a lot of like Indian music producers and artists out here in the world that are just like trying to like break through,
Yeah.
and I wish I could like tell them like there is no way, it's just like you keep doing it every single day, you keep
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
That there was nothing else I could do in my hand besides just keep getting up every single day and just keep making music. That's all I just knew how to do. Even when Natania called me to the session, all I just did take my laptop, and my wife, that time I didn't even drive, so my wife dropped me to the studio, and I don't know what it was almost like a blank moment for me. I have no recollection of what came about and nothing, and we didn't even record the session. And yeah, it's just destiny when it's supposed to happen.
That is very fair, and thank you so much. I'm gonna finish this entire interview off by giving you a quick rapid fire.
Go for it.
Yep. Okay, so first question is, who is your favorite rapper?
Favorite rapper? Would Khaled be considered as a rapper?
Khaled would be R&B, no?
Actually, yeah. You know what? I would go to Kendrick Lamar right now.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar right now, because he's genuinely, with his lyric game is super on point.
Yep.
It's super on point. I do want to say, coming from India, I think right now, Yash Raj coming from India,
bro,
is the top rapper it's like world. The God has played a reverse Uno on India right now.
Bro, have you
That's
heard
it.
Gabbar? Have you heard Gabbar?
Bro, I hear all of his stuff from sitting from here.
He's my childhood friend from school, so I interviewed him.
Unbelievable.
We went college together, and then I interviewed him like a few months ago when he dropped Meri Ja Pehle Naach.
Oh yes, the whole disco one.
Bro,
yes.
What an
Man.
album. What an album. Definitely one of the hardest people I know personally.
Hardest, 100%. 100%.
Brilliant sounds, brilliant everything from start to finish. The
selection, sound selection, to like writing, to like changing the genre, and to change like what he wants to.
bro.
Man, on point. Yeah, on point. I feel like these guys out here need to know. Now, I think that whole game has changed. It's time to say who's your favorite Indian rapper, dude, because it's unreal what that guy is doing. It's unreal.
Okay, and my final question of this rapid fire is, who is the one dream collaboration that you would like to have in 2025? Zeek collabs with whom in 2025? What do you expect?
Man, John Bellion.
Oh, bro!
Man,
you have broken me.
Man,
are you mad, bro?
Man,
how have you named such a brilliant artist? I'm
actually shivering because saying John Bellion, I'm like, do you even deserve to be in that room? It's just unreal. Yeah.
John Bellion, bro, that man is close to my heart. Like, he has been there with me through times, his music and stuff, bro, all time low and everything,
yes. He just yeah.
Wow, bro. Okay, this has been a brilliant interview. Thank you so much, Zeek.
Thank you so much, man.
On Higher Love.
Thank you so much.
On being an Indian representative, to have collaborated with Cardi B, DJ Khaled, and we wish you the best. We wish you only success in the future.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and I will talk to you very
soon.
Thank you.
94.3 Radio 1.